All right, welcome to tonight's Brand Abundance Live. We're actually on YouTube Live tonight for the first time. So if you're on YouTube, go make sure you hit the like button and share it with your friends so this information can get out to those that it can maybe help. All right. I want to thank you guys for your time. My name is Dave Bradbury. I'm the founder and lead project manager of brandabundance.com. What we do is we brand people, we teach people how to market their current products and how to create products and do private labeling and create a brand from scratch. So there's a lot of things that we do. We have 4 5-star trademarks under our belt, and we're happy to work with anybody, big and small. So contact us today if you are looking for branding and marketing skills to take your business to the next level. So tonight, we're going to do something special. What we're going to start doing is some network marketing content. So we're calling this our network marketing series. And I've got one of my dear friends as a special guest. She's going to join us here in a minute, and we're going to get into some good network marketing content. So get your pens and papers ready because we got a 6-figure earner who's going to share some amazing skills that can help you potentially build your business faster than you can without this knowledge. So we're going to get right into that. Before we do, I want to know if there's anybody that would like a free copy of the book. Oh my gosh, what is it? Let's see. We have a free ebook. If you just put in the words "I am" into the comments, we will text you the free ebook called As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. So if you guys want that free ebook, type "I am" in the comments and we will make sure you get the link to download that free ebook. So why don't we go ahead and get into some fun network marketing content. Let's see here. Let me get Barbara on here. All right, my friends, there's Barbara. I want to introduce you to my good friend, Barbara Zarilgan. She lives in California, and I've known Barbara for over 20 years. We've built a couple of big teams together in network marketing, so her skill level. I actually met her. She was my upline in one of the companies we both did very well in, and that's how we met. But tonight, we're just going to get into some fun network marketing stuff, see if it can give you the edge out there in that crowded marketplace. There's a lot of things I could tell you. I see a lot of people out there, trying to market their products like, buy my product. It's so amazing, and one of the things in today's day and age is you have to create some curiosity. If you want to get some traction in your business, you can't just put it all on the front end. I like to tell everybody, even on Playboy, the girl is clothed on the cover, so she doesn't give it away right away. So you have to create some curiosity. So that's a good marketing tip for those of you that are out there. Maybe instead of showing your product, create curiosity about your product, the benefits of your product, what it could do for the consumer when they consume your product versus join my company, buy my product. It's amazing. My skin's amazing. Whatever. I've lost weight, whatever it is. People will just Google it and then they'll find it on eBay. They'll find it on Amazon. They'll find another distributor, because basically when people are on social media, they're not there looking for reasons to buy things. They don't want people selling them something every time they're scrolling. So you don't want to be that person. Imagine you're at a party and there's 12 people at the party and you're the person, there's somebody there and they're trying to sell something to everybody. You'd be like, you want to kick that person out of the party so everybody can enjoy themselves. Well, that's kind of what social media is. And then if you come in there, it's this, I'm here to sell my stuff. It's not going to go over well. So you have to create some curiosity about your product, like maybe, wow, I've lost so much weight in so many days. It's just amazing. And then everybody's like, what's amazing? This product is amazing. What product? And then the same thing I did opening up here is you want to get that engagement from those people. So, you could make a curiosity post I just told you on the beginning of the call, if you want a free ebook to do something, right? So it's a call to action. So if you want my free ebook, you have to type in the words I am. So you could do the same thing with yours. Hey, you want to learn about my weight loss product? Put the heart emoji in the comment. And then you can DM that person. So everybody else is going to start seeing heart emoji, heart emoji, heart emoji, but they're not getting the content because you have to put the heart emoji in to get the content. Once they put the heart emoji in or the words I am, now you can directly message that person with that information. That person knows, and you know that that person knows, and that person knows that you know, but everybody else that's reading the thread, the curiosity still remains, you see? So that's the art of social media marketing. So, Barbara, there's a many ways to build your network marketing company. I mean, we come back old school where we were actually faxing in applications, handwritten applications. So, I mean, it's come a long way to where we are now with social media. But what are some of the ways that you like to build your teams?
Well, like you said, Dave, there's many ways to build a team. And it's probably as many ways as you have the creative ability to conjure it up, to be honest with you. The the way that a lot of companies promote it is that go talk to your friends and family. Now, Dave, how many people in your family, when you were in a network marketing company, how many people in your family were saying, please show me a product, convince me it's good, and I want to make money?
No, nobody.
Nobody.
No,
So why would somebody want to go to someone that's not even raising their hand? I mean,
exactly.
it's kind of silly because you're pushing your point, what's happy for you, onto somebody else that probably really couldn't care less.
So let's talk about that. Okay, so that's known as what? The warm market. Because we
Right,
already know these people, right? We already
right.
know, like, and trust these people. So it's kind of what's taught in the industry. You know, it's been happening my whole career is you're supposed to contact your warm market. And I think the difference is I have a lot of success with my family and not really my friends necessarily, but my family on consuming the products, but they don't build. And so I think that's the difference on some of these people that aren't got their hand up, right? Because they're not looking for a way to make money, but they could be an incredible customer.
Yes,
And
it does.
so that's the angle we want to come at those people, right? Instead of like, let's go get rich. They're not looking to get rich. They're happy to go to their job, get home, eat dinner, watch Wheel of Fortune, go to bed, wake up and do it all over again. So we can't disrupt that if that's what they're happy doing, right? We got to look for people that are sick and tired of that cycle, that want out of that cycle. So that's how we get into that cold market. But that warm market, I think that's the key, isn't it? Or am I wrong? What do you think on that? You know, because everybody teaches it, but they're teaching them to try to join.
Everybody teaches it, but the big fish out there making lots of money aren't the ones doing it. They're they're working off of what they think is easy for everyone to do, which is talk to your friends and family.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you read the book that I wanted to recommend tonight, which is called "From Here to Having It All" by Ken Dunn. So that's Ken and then Dunn, Dunn. From Here to Having It All. He very succinctly says you're not going to make, $100,000 a year check or more if you're just counting on it coming from your friends and family. It's just not going to happen. Now, will you be able to get your products for free? Sure. Could you possibly make 1,000 or two? Sure. But if you really want to be self-sufficient and be an entrepreneur and to really go somewhere, it's like anything else. You have to do what it takes to get what you want. And what I mean by that is you have to work your network marketing business like you would work your job. But a lot of people don't work their job that well to begin with because they're not happy being there. So I would go a step further and I say, work your network marketing business like you would work your job if you were the owner of that company.
Yeah.
You're gonna go to
That's the difference, isn't it?
yeah, and I mean the thing for me is you know, you've never said it, and I don't like to age myself, but I'm going to say it anyway. I have not worked for corporate America since 1989. Pure and simple. You
That's
couldn't
amazing.
pay me enough money to go to corporate America. And that actually came about from being a union electrician of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 595, where you have a certain amount of independence. And then I injured myself, so I was looking for an alternative career. And when I looked at it, I said to myself, "Oh my God! Like I'm going to settle for $8 an hour." You have to remember this is 1989, but I wouldn't settle for $50 an hour right now, you know, because I know that there's money to be made, and it's just a matter of if it's to be, it's up to me. Read the books.
And
Get
what we call that mentality is psychologically unemployable. That's why people like us will work 80 hours a week to not have to work 40 hours a week,
that's right.
because you know, really you can design your own life once you get in it. It all depends on the boat you get into.
Mhm.
You know, I was in the die casting boat for 13 years, and then I got into the network marketing boat, and now I'm in just full entrepreneur. I'm just full entrepreneur.
Right.
I see how to make money in things if there's a way to make money, because I'm an entrepreneur. So um the warm market is okay to the right people in the warm market. It's just what it is people go there, and this is why most people don't make money in network marketing, because they go there, they get beat up. You know, they go and talk to their broke Uncle Louie, who's got all the answers and none of the money. And all their friends say, "What are you doing? You're not one of those people. You're a factory worker, or you're just a waitress, or you're just a hairstylist, or whatever." And so they haven't had time to morph into the butterfly. I don't care if you're going to be a realtor. It takes time to be a good realtor. So now you're making money. But I think we can all agree there's lots of realtors that make money. There's
Right.
lots of network marketers that make money. Me and it's been 89. My gosh, Barbara, that's like 33 years or something, right? I mean, I've been since 2006.
Two things helped me be successful in network marketing. One is I used to have my real estate license. I've let it, you know, I don't have it now, but I had my real estate license. And when I was studying real estate, they said if you want to be successful in real estate, you have to eat it, sleep it, do it. You have to be 150% real estate every minute of every day. So that whole concept had already been planted in my head when it came to, you know, marketing and things, you know, and in real estate, of course, you're marketing a house, but other things, it's the same thing. You have to be 150% there. Then I went with the company, and I really love the owners because they were just straight shooters. And they said, if you're willing to work this business, the word was work. If you're willing to work this business, then you'll make money. If you're looking for a free ride and think it's just going to magically happen, then no, you won't. So I said, well, I can do that. I can work. I've worked my whole life. I've worked since 7 years old. So working is something I really understand. Now, as I've evolved and you've evolved, we don't call it work anymore. We call it producing. We call it, we do what we love and we love what we do, and the money chases us down. You
Absolutely.
know, these sort of things. But I have 3 books I want to recommend, highly recommend, that will assist people in a paradigm shift. And
Go
one is,
for it.
yeah, one is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I love that
Absolutely.
book. And as a first book, it can be a hard read, but stick with it because some of the stories that come from history and they're really life stories will help you understand how to be a millionaire. And anybody who says they don't want to be a millionaire, in my humble opinion, is a very selfish person. Because if you have $1 million, you can help a lot of family, a lot of relatives, a lot of organizations. You can do a lot of good in the world. You know, it is whether we like it or not, it requires money to build a hospital, requires money to have a church. So the
Absolutely.
more we have, the more we can contribute. And then we want to not give people a fish, but to teach people how to fish. The second book is The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. And Eker is spelled Eker. So T and then Harv, Harv, Eker. Now, what I like about his book, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, is that in that book, he talks about the faulty thinking between the rich and the middle class. And that it's our thinking that puts us where we're at. And you have to really read it to get what he's talking about and have an open mind. If you fall into that category that they're talking about, then own up, own it, and then change it so that you can be something different and better and help more people. Does that make sense, Dave?
It does. It does. Well, those are all great books. The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, the biggest thing on that one for me, Barbara, is the way you do anything is the way you do everything. And that hits home to me. Matter of fact, I just taught that to my daughter, because she's like, well, I kind of just, half-assed that. I'm like, well, why? I mean, where do you draw the line? You know what I mean? Where is the line of mediocre and excellence? I mean, and so the story goes on. Mark Gorman is another great speaker, and he talks about his employees when they have excellence, where he wouldn't stack the boxes straight. And he's like, well, they're just boxes, so why do I care? Well, if you're not going to stack the boxes straight, what else are you not going to do right? What else are you going to half-ass? Yeah. Where does it stop and where does it start? So you want to make that bar high.
That was interesting. I said that same thing about dog food in an article I wrote. I said, if you don't care about corn being in dog food, right? When everybody now knows that corn is not good for dog food, it doesn't have a great nutritional value and it's just fiber. What else are you doing wrong with that dog food?
I mean, it's not even necessarily, it's no nutrition for us either. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you can have a whole fridge full of it.
Very hard to digest.
It is.
The other book, hopefully, that everyone's got is From Here to Having It All by Ken Dunn, because he breaks it down specifically network marketing. So like Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill creates a mindset. Secrets of the Millionaire Mind creates a mindset, which is your foundation. But From Here to Having It All is the nuts and bolts of how to do this. And he talks about the myriad of different ways of finding people to be interested in your product and in your company. One of the things I want to say that's very basic, I know Dave knows this, I know he knows it, and that is, if you're going to get into network marketing, you need to be serious about it and give it at least 1 to 2 years. And if you went to college, you gave it at least 4 to 5 years to graduate. So you give it the time that it needs for it to blossom. But in doing that, you want to have an unshakable belief in the product. And Dave, you're going to hate me, but I have to say this. I lost 17 pounds in 7 days. 17 pounds. Now, you can't tell me I'm not a product of the product. I mean,
absolutely.
Right. And so whatever product you represent, you got to love it. You got to be connected to it. You got to know that, man, it's going to knock your socks off just like it did mine, this sort of thing. And then you want to believe in your upline. You want to have an unshakable belief in your upline. If Dave is your upline, you want to follow him till the cows come home. You want to believe that unshakable belief in your upline. Then you want to have an unshakable belief in the comp plan, the corporate owners, and finally, you got to have an unshakable belief in yourself, because that is the key that goes into the ignition and makes that Lamborghini go is having a belief in yourself.
So those are the main ones right there. You got to have a belief in the product, because if you
Right.
don't believe in it, you can't sell something that you don't believe in. People will see that just like a dog smells fear. So you really got to love the product that you're trying to market, and people will sense that, you know. You got to have a belief in the team that's there to serve you above you. You have to have belief in the company. Are they solid? Do you feel comfortable with this company? Do you trust this company? And belief in yourself. Barbara, I always like to tell people, this is one of the things that I pretty much tell everybody, is you have to be bad enough long enough to become good enough. And you have to give yourself permission to do that. And most people do want to quit. They quit usually within 90 days, but as Barbara says, it takes 1 to 2 years, maybe longer. It takes what it takes. That's what I always like to say. So, everybody's
for Dave. If people have wanted Dave so much, they've flown him into their company just to have him represent their products. So Dave knows what he's talking about. He's been around.
It's all based on the skill level, right? So in the beginning, you don't have any skills. So you're talking to your friends and family. They know that you've never done this before. They know you don't have the skills to do this. So they don't believe in you. Okay. So that you have to get past that and say, well, I'm going to do it anyway. Whether you think I can't, I'm still going to do it. Okay. And you have to beat your subconscious, because your subconscious is going to keep beating you up saying, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? You're not cut out for this. You don't know what you're doing. And it just beats you down, and it makes you want to quit, And so people need somebody that's why I always tell people, a coach.
Right.
That's why it says right down there, book us, book.brandabundance.com. Let us help you out. So
as a matter of fact, Dave, on page 186, T. Harv Eker said it very clearly. Everyone needs to hire a coach. Even a coach needs to hire a coach. That if you're going to get anywhere in life in terms of free enterprise, you have to have a coach. And yes, Dave knows what he's doing. That's for sure, huh, Dave?
Pretty much everything, even like baseball. If you could be the best hitter in Major League Baseball and you have a hitting coach. You could be the best pitcher. You have a pitching coach. You could be the best singer, the best opera singer. You have a singing coach who's there to help you stay healthy, help you be the best you can be. And that's what we all need a coach for. That's the best thing for having a coach right there. So I like how we talked about this. I don't want to get into too many things in one little meeting, because we're going to have a whole series of this. So the warm market, people just need to know. I recommend hitting the warm market for sure, but use it as a product. I mean, if you're happy about that product, you have the belief in the product, you definitely want to share that. Say, I found an amazing product. I want you to try it. Most companies, all that I've ever been with, have a 30-day money back guarantee, empty bottle. So you know what? Use it up. If you don't like it, get your money back. Hey, what do you got to lose? So I've always had pretty good luck with that approach. Like, what I mean? Don't do it for me. I always tell them, don't do it for me. If you're going to do it for me, just give me the $150. Just give me the $100. Just give me the $50. Whatever it is to buy your product. I mean, I always say, don't do it for me, do it for you. The number one thing at getting good at selling your product is being able to sell people to watch a video, because you got to get out of the situation. Every good company has a video about their product or their company that you can introduce your warm market, your friends and family too. But you got to learn the art of selling that video first. Everybody's trying to sell the product. Hell, you got to sell the video. You got to get them to watch the video. Hey, Barbara, I'm going to send you this video. It's 5 minutes long. It's 15 minutes long. It's going to tell you the most amount of information in the shortest amount of time. And this stuff is mind blowing. I'm telling you right now, I'm not sharing this with you for some random reason. This stuff is amazing, and I want you to take a look at it. Can you promise me you'll look at that video, Barbara?
Oh, absolutely.
See, you got to inject the value of that video. Back when we used to hand out CDs, and I don't have one here, obviously, but we would be like, hey, before I wouldn't let go of it. Man, I only got like 2 of these. Before I give you this, you got to promise me you're going to watch it and get it back to me. right? Definitely. They make a commitment right there. We're starting our relationship off with a commitment. See, these are skills you learn in the game, but you got to stay in the game. You're not going to learn the skills by watching other people. You got to actually do these things. You have to get in the game and do these things. Now, I think the next one we're going to get into, Barbara, is the cold market, because really that's where, and we can touch on this real quick because we still have about 5 minutes, but we can just touch on the cold market and why me and you love it so much. Because, I mean, if you talk to somebody who's serious in the cold market, they don't know you yet. So they don't know if you're a successful business person or not, right? Once you get going, and we're going to talk about that before I close out, is branding yourself as a leader in the marketplace. That's how you stand tall above the crowd. The crowd is over here sending everybody their replicated websites that the companies sell them or give them. You brand yourself, you're already above the crowd on day one, because 90% or more are just sending everybody their replicated websites. I don't know anybody who's really built a huge team that didn't brand themselves somehow and get some kind of a following to build their business. I mean, it's a tough crawl, man. If you're just trying to go one, I'm going to reach out to you. You want people coming to you because you've put yourself out there as somebody that can get them where they want to go. But if you don't let your light shine, nobody else will. So we're going to get into the cold market. But what are some things in the cold market that people could do in the cold market?
Okay, well, here's the thing. First of all, I refuse to call the cold market the cold market, and I don't care how many people want to call it that. I think it's asinine. Every stranger was once a stranger before they became a friend. They breathe and they are warm. And so every stranger has the potential to be my best friend. So my goal when I talk to them is to get that person to like me in less than 10 seconds. And I love a challenge. I love a challenge. So my challenge starts off by I refuse to see them as a cold market or a stranger. I prefer to see them as a new friend that I haven't met yet. And now we're going to be best buds. And so I love the way of doing it because I did a lot of sorting and sifting. So it was real simple. Hi, Dave. Dave, don't hang up. Dave, I'm not a debt collector. Don't worry. Just chill a minute. All I need is 10 seconds of your time. Are you still interested in a business from home? No drunk-a-log. Yes or no? Just simply yes or no.
Now at that point, Barbara, at that point, are you attached to this person, or what's your mindset?
No,
are you just
not? I'm just trying to meet the needs of the people that are answering the phone. If their need is no, then I'm meeting their need by letting them go. If their need is yes, I'm gonna meet their need by setting up an appointment and telling them all that they, desire to know to be able to get launched.
And that process is where they're at. And that process is known as what?
Well, sifting and sorting. Sifting and sorting. And that's why I like to do it quickly because, if the person's going to tell you no, you don't need to spend an hour to hear the no. Just
thank you.
No.
Yeah.
You get the no's out of the way, you're going to get a yes.
Okay, so let's go back into Major League Baseball. The hitters in Major League Baseball get paid millions if they can get 3 hits out of 10. Mm-hmm. So that means they get 7 no's.
That's
3 hits, 3 yeses. 7 no's, 3 yeses, millions of dollars. I mean, if you can just get past the no's, it's just like, well, you know what, Barbara? One of the things is I used to have these little mental things that I would play with myself. So when somebody told me they weren't interested, I always imagined them sitting on the couch with these orange Cheeto stains down their sweatpants because they're sitting on the couch watching, HBO or TV all day or playing video games. They don't have any hopes. They don't have any dreams. They don't want anybody else to have any hopes and dreams because they don't have any hopes and dreams. So I used to just let those people go, and that's boom, you're one of those. You're my Cheeto finger guy. All right, Cheeto finger gal. Boom, another Cheeto gal. Boom, another Cheeto guy. Boom, and it was my picture. And it would made the nose come easy. I remember when I first called leads, the first one I called, the guy was like, "What are you calling me for? Where'd you get my number?" And I was like, "Oh my God, what did I get myself into?" I was like, who wants to deal with that? And then after a while, you start realizing there are good leads and there are not so good leads. There are the best leads, which are ones that attract to yourself by your brand and getting yourself out there in the marketplace as a leader, or the ones that you produce yourself by creating a squeeze page and then running ads to that squeeze page so that now you're the only one getting the lead. But if you have a good lead source, that's a blessing. And I know probably Barbara can refer a good lead source too, because you gotta, there's only one way to know, and that's by calling the names and be like, well, that one was a dud list. And then you realize, well, that supplier is a dud supplier. So you find once you get a good supplier and they're out there, you can buy leads and call them.
Right.
Go through the numbers. What's that called? Sinaloa. That stands for safety in numbers and law of averages. So if you're willing to flip the quarter enough times, you're going to get heads 10 times in a row. You can't not get heads 10 times in a row if you're willing to keep going.
The whole thing too is, Dave, is in that process, you may in the beginning only get 1 out of 10, then you get 2 out of 10, then you get 3 out of 10. That ratio keeps changing because as you get better, the ratio gets larger, and people will say it gets.
And the main skill you're going to want to get better at is learning personality types, connecting with people, and letting the wrong people go sooner than later.
Yeah.
We try to talk to the wrong people, I think, too much because we're trying to help people, or we know they need the product, or it's just the wrong person. They either don't have money, they don't have time, whatever it is. The broke Uncle Louie got a hold of them, beat him up put his beer down and said, "What are you doing trying to escape the hood? How dare you?" I used to have people made fun of me, but you know what? Every year we've made more money than I ever could have working for somebody else, which is why I'm psychologically unemployable. When you learn how to leverage yourself in free enterprise, you will never go work for $20 an hour, $25 an hour, $30 an hour, $15 an hour, because you will know ways of making money quicker in less time. So you would never go do that. So the reason I'm successful is because everybody else is at work 60 hours a week, and then 60 hours a week for the last 20 years. I've been working on Dave Bradbury. I've been working on my brands. I'm working on brand abundance. I'm doing this, and everybody else is giving all their time away, which is their most valuable commodity, to their employer. So, Barbara, I don't want to go too long tonight. I want to thank you for coming. We're going to get you back on, and we're going to really dig into calling leads because I know you're an expert at that. And I know that you actually provide training to your team where you'll actually call leads and stuff like that with them to teach them and show them the ropes, don't you?
Yes. Yeah. Dave and I are both coaches, but we just coach in different arenas. But yeah, I coach in that arena and you coach in a different one. And then some of our things overlap and it's all good. But the bottom line, I think, about being in free enterprise and network marketing is you got to love what you do. If you don't love what you do, then stop doing it, because this is all about loving what you do so much that you don't even want to sleep at night because you love it. You just love it.
Absolutely. Well, Barbara, thanks for coming on tonight. sharing the call with me. I always love having you on our Brand Abundance lives, and we'll get you back on real soon. All right, everybody. I want to thank you for your time. We do try to provide the truth and some great content for you. It's hard to know what you need to learn without talking to you. So if you do want to dive in and get some professional help, book.brandabundance.com, free 20-minute evaluation. We can help. Another thing I want you to do is I want you to pay attention to this. Let me see here. Let me get that off. brandyourself.4weekbootcamp.com. Go ahead and go there. Get on the waiting list. We're going to launch a 4-week intensive group session coaching. You're going to get lots of great content, but not only that, we're also going to be helping everybody design a quick logo. In case you don't have one, it's not going to be a super high def logo, but it'll be a quick logo for everybody that comes on board to our Brand Abundance 4-week boot camp. So go to brandyourself.4weekbootcamp.com. Put your name and information there. Get on the waiting list. When we open that up, we're going to send you an email, and then it is going to be time sensitive because we're only going to let so many people in. Go ahead, when you get the email, go ahead and purchase the course right away so that you don't lose your spot. So that's one of the last things I wanted to go ahead and share with you guys. brandyourself.4weekbootcamp.com. All right, everybody. Thank you for your time tonight. If you're on YouTube, we're getting the YouTube channel going. Make sure you like, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, all that fun stuff. If you're on Facebook, either of the two pages, or YouTube, and you want the free ebook, As a Man Thinketh, put I am in the comments and we will get you that information. My name's Dave Bradbury, founder, lead project manager of brandabundance.com. I want to thank you for your time. Have a good evening.